Season's beatings, everybody, and welcome to the Four Post Massacre Podcast. I, of course, your main host. You can simply call me Zaya. With me tonight is my ever so hopeful co-host. What's your name?
All right, ready? All right, here we go. Ah, shit, you see that? Ain't that good? Look at that. Look at these tricks I'm doing.
What are you doing?
Playing air guitar.
Oh my fuck. You had a real problem with how he did air guitar by the end of the show.
Because you can't be like, let me do the clap part. First off, he got thrown the guitar, and never at any point was there an invisible strap tossed to him. So he's just holding it, and then he's like, let me use both hands. And the guitar falls, then, stupid.
You want to tell the people your name?
What up? It's your boy, Smokoshi Kojima.
That's not too
Nice
bad.
one. Thank you.
And joining us for our festive carolings throughout this podcast is none other than the Brit joining us yet again. Hit Kid.
Ho, ho, ho. I'm on the road to recovery, but ho, ho, ho.
He has so graciously helped us with the podcast, even though he is under the weather at this moment in time.
Yeah.
However,
But I'm here.
Hit with this. This is your 8th official appearance for the 2025 season, your final appearance for the 2025 season, which means you close out with 8 official appearances on the show. Just second, just right behind Josh with 9. So
That's fine. I had the title last year.
However, you did get another special trademark or checkpoint at this point. Coming in at the end of the year with a first time ever, the first one to get 30 official guest appearances on the show. Insanity. There's literally like 3 runnings of people who could be like the 3rd official like podcast member. And there's the 2 of them are in here and the other one's like at work.
Yay.
But we'll get into our endeavors here. We
It would have
got.
been great if it was his 31st.
Oh, you're right. We got the end of Tanahashi month.
It's over.
As we are closing things out with our final New Japan show, we will be covering G1 Climax 25, the finals between Shinsuke Nakamura and Hiroshi Tanahashi.
What a weird show.
I have.
Yeah.
News.
But also, we have our final segment, our game. Adam, you got lucked out because of Cena's retirement last week. So, what did you have in store for us this week?
Well, you see, couldn't really think. Well, it wasn't really a thinking thing. It was more of a. Not many websites have stuff based around Tanahashi like that. It's a lot easier than John Cena. So we're going back to something we haven't done in a minute, and I think tonight makes a lot of sense for it to happen. We're doing grudge match.
Oh.
John Cena versus Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Nah, fucking hell, Adam. You make a lot of people upset.
Crazy.
Yeah. We're going to find out definitively here on the pod who is the overall all-time modern GOAT.
Grudge match, maybe more than this match, if you ask me, but that's just me.
Covering all their facets, the in-ring, the mic skills, their legacy. It's all going to be to contention to see who walks away the ultimate retiree.
Well, I guess we'll have to find that out later. Grudge match, final segment. But we're not going to waste any more time or waste any more of your time. Let's get right into the show. Let's get into our retro review. View. G1 Climax 25 Finals. This is the first New Japan show that I ever watched live.
On New Japan World.
Yes. It was
on New Japan World. This is when it was just starting.
Yeah, it was just starting. They made a big deal because this is the first time they were streaming the G1 for everybody to see on their website. I didn't watch all the G1 shows, but I did catch the finals, and I had a blast with it the first go around. Will that remain the same the second time? You'll have to wait and find out. But I guess I'll go to Hate. Did you watch this live, or were you like, no? Or did you have New Japan World?
No, I don't think I watched this live because I don't think I had New Japan World by then. But I had it by the following Wrestle Kingdom, if you get where I'm coming from, and I've had it ever since.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been watching, my New Japans, because me, I stay up for Wrestle Kingdoms and G1s.
Right.
Wrestle Kingdoms, G1s, you'll find me up early hours in the morning. Like, we've held watch calls, while watching Wrestle Kingdom, as you know. Me and you, we've held watch parties. We're probably going to do one, what do you call it, in 2 weeks. Would we agree?
Yeah, and guess who's going to fucking be there? He's silent because he knows.
Oh, look, they added a few new things that I've gotten excitement from. So apparently we have room for the TV title, but the tag titles, have fun on New Year's Eve, I guess. Whatever. Fucking do a whole tournament.
Well, if one team's going to WWE, that's what you get.
You know what? You got a point. But ELP versus Chris Brooks, I'm pretty sick. So, yeah, it's the one time of the year I stay up. So Zai was going to ask me, did I watch this live? No, but I was watching at the time.
I was about to say, I know you weren't going to, but were you like watching New Japan at
I was watching New Japan. Yes, I was watching New Japan at the time. This was an interesting time. You had Styles with the Bullet Club. This is after he just, lost the belt to we'll get into what this show sets up, okay? This is Okada as Okada, face Okada. It's pre-Kenny arrival, if y'all know what I mean by that. They come off a red hot Best at Super Juniors pre-Osprey arrival, by the way, as well. Something else we should mention. So this is an interesting time, but also the other spicy thing about this, and this is the one you'll like. This is beginning of Tranquilo Naito era. And across the ring from him, and we'll get into the certain match, was the perfect opponent to put him up against. And you'll all know who I'm on about.
They weren't perfect for each other's health.
No, but perfect opponent.
But
at the time,
I mentioned before, so I started New Japan because Finn coming out of a casket dressed as Carnage went viral, and I went, who the fuck's that guy? So from that point forward, but like at this time, 2015, so it was like 2 years ago, right? 2-3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I mean, it's not accessible, but if it's on, Camp Pirate's website, there watching, but I wasn't doing this, and I still wasn't doing the tournament.
I was watching. I believe New Japan World had only just started, so I had subscribed to it. I was also watching, through YouTube, because YouTube used to allow you to watch New Japan shows or Daily Motion. But also the other main thing is I was mainly watching and. I was using my Fight TV, because it was known as Fight TV back then, not Thriller TV, because I was using that mainstream for when Dragon Gate, before they went on the network. Because Dragon Gate was hotter than New Japan at this time.
So this is, I'm in. I mean, we were watching, like, there were certain things that I forgot. But I mean, this show, pretty famous for a few things. A very famous GIF comes from this show.
All right.
But I'm New Japan. I'm also in the Ring of Honor and stuff. So.
we'll get into that shit.
All right.
But
That is what our wrestling situation was looking like back in August of 2015 with New Japan. But what about the rest of the world who aren't like us, that don't stay up at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch men in their underwear? Well, what about the popular culture? So it's now time to take a turn over to the culture corner, which means, Adam, you don't have an excuse this time. It's fucking August.
you're right. But
No.
for some reason in 2015, they said we're releasing 30 fucking movies in July. Here's about 5 for August.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
Five?
I mean, here's a good thing. The movies I'm going to mention, they're all... Okay, maybe not they're all... No, they're not all. 2 of them are. I guess, heavy hitters. One in a good way, one in a bad way.
Oh.
But we'll start off with a movie you definitely don't remember happening. Did you know that there was another Hitman movie?
I did not.
Oh, God.
Hitman Agent 47.
Burn it with fire.
It is a reboot of the Hitman movie.
Burn it with fire.
Why?
I'm going to
It's
take
horrible.
a guess that it didn't do too well, considering that.
I watched
Probably
it.
not.
It's horrid. It's horrid. Burn it with fire.
You know what else is like a big thing in 2015? Max Landis.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Is this fucking...
American Ultra.
Oh, no, I thought this...
Jesse Eisenberg, Kristen Stewart, they take drugs. It's a pretty fun movie, but man, we love Max Landis, and then he fucks himself over.
He does.
There's a really good movie called The Gift. Jason Bateman's in it. Joel
I
Edgerton.
think I've seen that one.
I've heard
like
of
a-
it. I have
Like
not
a
seen.
psychological thriller. Very good movie. And then for the only 2 movies that really, I guess, matter here, like I said, one good, one bad. We'll start with the good one because it's always fun. Straight Outta Compton. Great movie.
Oh, wow, that came out 10 years ago? Jeez.
Yeah, it did.
Ice
10
Cube's-
years later.
Ice Cube's son has been around for a bit, bro.
Man,
What's
I
the
wish
bad
you would
one?
Leave the wrestling sphere. That'd be nice. And then the bad one. What happens when you have a very easy comic book concept, but for some reason we still can't figure it out? And what happens when 20th Century Fox are like, shit, if we don't make this movie, we're losing the rights? And then what happens when you get an up-and-coming director who made a really solid pseudo-superhero movie called Chronicle, and you say, here's $18 million, go figure it out, and you get Fan Force Stick.
No!
Which, after
Yeah.
rewatching, there is a pretty solid, like, 40 minutes of that beginning movie where it's like, you know what, I don't hate this. No, that's not terrible. Like, the characters are doing the best they can. It's still not Fantastic Four, but there's something here.
To me, that's like top 5 worst superhero films I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's not even close. But fuck. That end things off on a bad note there. Joshua! If he's even there at this moment in time.
We all like it. Look, if it finally we got a good Fantastic Four. We had only 2.
I am here. I don't know what to tell you with TV and video games, so you might as well just bunker down and get ready.
All right. Fair enough.
Alvin and the Chipmunks on Nickelodeon.
What?
TV show?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yes, the TV show.
I don't
Like on the movie?
remember that at all.
There
Are
is
they
a.
like- Is it like the movie?
It's a TV show. It's a whole TV show. Oh
Yes.
my! There's a crap load of ABC Family stuff that I don't really care to just talk about. You have Fear the Walking Dead.
I think I watched 1 season and said I think we've already ran the gamut, and then they made
I
5
can't
No
more.
comment on The Walking Dead.
I can't fucking believe you picked August because Shimmer and Shine
You poor bastard.
Somewhere an Italian one.
Yeah.
And obviously, the biggest thing to come out of August, Narcos on Netflix.
Oh,
Which is
I
a
never
really good show.
Never watched it.
I didn't either.
Good show. It's a good show. So yeah, that's TV. Video games. Oh dear God. Oh dear God.
Is that
Well,
a
we're gonna
bad
be here in a
dear
minute.
God or a good dear God?
We're gonna be here in a minute, so you might
that's
want to
gonna be
buckle down
right.
to.
There's going to be a rant, I have a feeling.
There's just a lot of shit, so we're just gonna go ahead and get through it as quick as I can.
Okay.
You got Garfield Kart for the 3DS.
Huh?
Huh?
Never played of it. What the fuck?
Goat
Ideal
Simulator.
Goat Simulator!
Well, everyone heard of that.
Everybody played
Everyone
Goat
heard of that.
That game went crazy viral.
Insane viral.
Guys of simulator games.
Freedom
Yeah,
Planet.
Freedom Planet.
Roller Coaster Tycoon 3.
Yeah.
Still making them.
Classic series.
Final Fantasy Type 0 HD.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil Revelations 2.
Okay.
Good game. Good game. Actual good game. I played it, really enjoyed it. Wish they'd bring Claire Redfield back, but hey, beggars can't be choosers.
Tales from the Borderlands Episode 4.
Okay.
Tales of the Borderlands was awesome.
Smite, which is I'm pretty sure is a game I still currently play right now. So that's
Shit's
fun.
Been around for a
That fucker's made a shit ton of money.
Final Fantasy looks like 7 for the phone? What the hell?
For the phone. For the I go to your app store and get Final Fantasy, your fucking phone run like shit.
Download it.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Probably
Amnesia Memories.
Amnesia?
Classic horror game.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember that. It's Amnesia.
It is not the Amnesia you're thinking of.
It's not.
Oh, it's not. Sorry.
Not the horror one?
It is not. It is not the horror one.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was too, so that's on me. Dishonored, the definitive edition.
I played a little bit of that.
Gears of War Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
Gears of War is a classic violent game.
Of course, you got your Madden NFL 16.
I bet.
Next.
You got the Mega Man Legacy Collection.
Oh, that made a lot of money.
Mega Man.
Speaking of a game that went viral, I Am Bread.
I was waiting to see if that was gonna come up because that shit was insane.
What?
You don't know I am head?
Dog, I Am Bread took over YouTube
Every
for
fucking
at least
YouTuber
3 fucking months.
it's crazy.
Oh my god. Speaking of games that took over fucking YouTube, Until Dawn.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I made a movie about that.
Another one that took over the internet, Octodad.
Yeah.
That one,
you're right.
Yeah.
That one I remember. What the fuck is
Bioshock for the iPhone. What the hell?
What the fuck?
Buy our games on iOS. Your tablet.
You know what? No, fuck iPhone. I'm done with this segment. Fuck iPhone.
You've not read them all.
Oh man, I guess there's a lot of phone games that you just want to. Fair enough, but all right.
And Disney Infinity 3.0. But who gives a shit?
No one.
That was a bit of a nostalgia factor for that. I can't lie.
And
there's like 4 games that went crazy viral
There you go.
in this month.
But that's movies and that's TV shows and video games. What about the music? What was popping at the end of the summer for 2015?
I feel like I should know this. I was there.
You were.
Who's popular? You know, actually, it's the
I'ma-
summer.
I'm
He
gonna
was
let
mentioned.
you know. No, all right, go ahead.
He was mentioned last week, and this is only 2 years earlier than that. It's the summer. I feel I'm gonna go with Bruno.
All right, fair pick.
Summer vibes. Yeah, I was listening to my music back then. I'm trying to remember. Taylor was just beginning to be a thing. Was Miss Swift. Tell you what, during wrestling and all that, and because it was popular and I was seeing it on a wrestling track themes and all that, I'll go Weekend.
Okay, fair enough.
Weekend was popular in then.
You know, I'll follow the Brit on this one. I'll go the
Weekend was
too.
really up there.
All right, 2 for the Weekend and 1 for what did you say? Bruno. All right, so this is the top 10 for August 8th, 2015. At number 10, we got Focus, Fire Gun, All We Need Is Somebody to Lean On by Major Lazer and DJ Snake.
I like that.
At number 9, we got Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon.
Hello.
At number 8, we got fucking Fight Song, Fuck You Daisy Johnson by Rachel Platten.
Of course that sounds good.
I thought that was a Katy Perry song.
Don't worry, that song is never...
It sounds like a Katy Perry song, so it's not... You're on...
Don't worry, that song is soon to be retired.
Good. At number 7, we got My Way by Fetty Wap and Monty. Speaking of Fetty Wap, we got Trap Queen at number 6. At number 5, we got See You Again by Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth. This song...
Fucking Fat and Furious just came out, and the other dude died in the car accident. Ironic as fuck.
Will not be going away anytime soon. Speaking of not
Hey,
going...
look, Paul Walker went out in a blaze of glory.
You happy with yourself?
Yes.
At number 4, we got Bad Blood by Taylor Swift and Kendrick Lamar.
I was right to feel down the Taylor Swift route. I did say she was a thing.
This is her going into her, I'm not just a girl anymore. I'm a woman.
Yep.
At number 3, we got Watch Me Whip and now Watch Me Nay Nay by Silento, who is currently in prison for killing his cousin. At number 2, you guys got cheated out of this. I'm not gonna lie to you. You got Can't Feel My Face by The Weeknd.
Oh, don't you tell me. Come on, Uptown Funk will give it to you.
At number 1, it's Cheerleader. Felix John remix by Omi.
Fucking...
Yeah. I was gonna straight up almost tell you that you're not going to get number 1. No one was gonna get number 1 this week because
K-pop song.
Who the fuck is Omi?
Oh, it's a good. Have you ever heard that song?
I've never heard it in full. I've only heard the chorus.
Is it a K-pop song?
It's not a K-pop
song. No, it's not.
It's this. I think he's like an African dude.
Yeah. And it's like his only hit.
It's his only hit, and it
was popular for the summer. Fuck! Where the fuck's Bruno?
Adam loses.
I did not see him on like the top 25. So
Adam loses.
I thought this was like
wait, never mind. Number 17, Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars.
So was that earlier in the summer then?
Yeah, it had already passed its peak at this point.
We lost to Cheerleader.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right.
I was close. I was close on the Weekend one, and I was close on the Taylor Swift one.
You should have had it with the Weekend. The fact that it wasn't is some honest to God bullshit. But that was the Culture Corner. But we're heading back to wrestling for August in 2015. So
Zaya,
Adam.
do you have time for insane championship wrestling from Scotland?
I do, but Adam, do you have time for Evolve Wrestling
Do it.
from
Do it.
Deer
Oh,
Park,
God.
New York?
I fucking knew it. I was looking, I was like, I'm going to pick that one. He's totally going to pick Evolve.
Go through the shows.
Evolve 48 from Deer Park, New York on August 16th, 2015. On this show, we had Anthony Nese with SoCal Val beating Ethan Page with Rich Swann in 13 minutes, 15 seconds. Rich Swann with Ethan Page beat Johnny Gargano in 12 minutes, 38 seconds.
So that's not right. Why is it not Rich Swann beats SoCal Val?
Well, you're going to love this next one, Adam.
Am I?
In the third match, Caleb Connolly
he's still wrestling.
with SoCal Val beat Trent Beretta in 16 minutes and 55 seconds.
That sounds terrible. Did you know that Caleb Conley owns the Suicide Gimmick now?
He does?
He wrestles in the Suicide Gimmick, but his name is spelled differently now. It's SEWA side.
Oh, okay.
Suwa side.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Tag team match. Catch point of Drew Gulak and Hot Sauce Tracy Williams beat
What happened to him?
Speedball Mike Bailey and Ray Horace in 21 minutes, 13 seconds.
Fun.
El Dragon Azteca Jr. and Speedball?
Yeah.
Also, just Speedball and Lucha Underground would have gone hard.
Would have been insane. And then he got deported.
Then he got Canada.
Singles match. Chris Hero beat Zack Sabre Jr. in 24 minutes, 28 seconds in their best of 26 series in Evolve.
God.
And in the main event, in a no-holds-barred match, Timothy Thatcher beat Biff Busick in 13 minutes, 36 seconds. No fucking title match at all on this show.
They have titles.
They do.
The world and tag. Yeah. All right, well. We have ICW Flying Circus Tour, the Ministry of Silly Headlocks.
What?
It's a Monty Python reference. Come on.
Fucking...
The Ministry of Silly Walks? Come on, dude.
It is a Monty Python reference.
Come on, dude. This bird is dead. Anyway. On the show, we have Davey Boy. Not that one.
I know.
Accompanied by the Wee Man, defeating Chris Renfrew.
Oh, man.
Chris Renfrew was my guy. Fucking love the New Age.
It's been a minute since I heard that name.
Speaking of, rest in peace, Lionheart defeated Kenny Williams.
Absolutely. Kenny Williams, also a name I haven't heard in a fucking minute.
What was world champ of ICW this past year?
He just lost it to Rio, the other one.
Yeah, and they had an insane death match to end the year.
It's on. I might check it out. Heard it's good. Trent Seven.
Yay.
Defeats Sticky Divers.
Don't know.
This is their name. Iron Jew. Which was wrestling to Iron Brew. Grado and Colt Cabana defeated the Geezers of Sebastian and Tom to become number one contenders to the tag titles. 6-man tag team action, the New Age clique of Wolfgang, Stevie Boy, and BT Gunn defeat Legion of Michael Dante, Tommy End, and Mikey Whiplash.
Legion's so fucking dope.
Whatever happened to Michael Dante?
That's a great
Retired.
question. Did he?
Oh. And,
He retired? I swear he retired.
Okay.
And Mikey Whiplash got canceled. Thanks. ICW Women's Title Tournament first round. Layla Rose, don't remember her, defeated Sami Jane, who's now wrestling as Emerson Jane. Accompanied by the White Chocolate Cheesecake of professional wrestling, Nikki Storm.
Hell yeah.
Back when she was allowed to wrestle and be a character on TV. What are we even doing with Nikki Cross now? She wasn't even involved in Triple Mania.
She was not. Not Triple.
Or whatever it was.
Guerrero
Tana. Yeah. Either way, still upset. Red Lightning defeated Noam Dar. Non-title match. Drew Galloway. Almost say Gulak. Fuck. And Joe Coffey go to a no contest.
That sounds awesome.
And then in the main event, Red Lightning defeats Joe Coffey.
Okay.
Don't know what happened there.
No reason to book Joe Coffey twice for any reason.
It was a different time. He was a big deal, man. People liked Joe. He came out. He was dressed as Iron Man that one time.
Dude, he gets a match with Angle.
He was popular back then. Turned out he was
him.
incredible in mid, though.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of what I realized is that, you're like good here.
All right, well, hit between the G1 Climax Finals Evolve and ICW. What show you going with here?
I'll just go to the G1.
I am also going with the G1.
I'm a bit clear. I'm not the biggest fan of this G1, but
I'm picking ICW.
I figured the ICW show seemed way more up your alley.
This was my peak. I loved the UK wrestling scene. ICW, fucking NJPW, Progress were my fucking companies. And you know what also isn't on the ICW show?
What's not?
50 fucking 6-man tag matches.
Alright, there wasn't like 50 on this time around. You did get some important matches on this show. Somewhat.
There's 5.
Yeah.
It's a 10-match card. Half the card!
Yeah,
Anyway.
just have to get something used to. Well, it is now time to talk about the G1 Climax 25 Finals. We get a big video package that's pretty much the history of the G1 Climax or just the G1 tournament in general. Recapping of how we got to the finals. Tanahashi beat AJ to get to the spot. Nakamura beat Okada to get to this spot. And so now they're going to fight off in the main event to see who will be the G1 Climax winner. We started off the show with Delirious.
Oh my god.
In a full suit, mask, and like...
Okay, so we were trying to figure it out. So he's doing English.
Yes.
But it's like broken Japanese, like English parody.
My thought is that he was trying to keep it simple for the translator, is what I thought.
I also felt like he was trying to do his gimmick.
It did. It was like he was trying to be delirious. He's trying to still be delirious, but he knew that if he just talked nonsense into the fucking microphone, it wouldn't have made any fucking sense. So it was like he had a little growl and spoke like very simple words to the
He had to be professional in a sense.
Because I'm assuming this is like he's just gotten the book.
I believe so.
And what we know that does, look, I love Delirious. Never give him a book. You see what it's doing to another company right now.
Man goes on for like 7 minutes just to say New Japan, best wrestling promotion in Japan. Ring of Honor, best wrestling promotion in America. Together, we make pro wrestling magic. That goes on for fucking that. See how I said that in like 20 seconds? He does this for like 7 whole minutes.
Yep.
This was not a great start to the show. I'll say that Delirious promo to open it up. I probably would have like made it shorter, if not at all. But they run down the card for tonight, and we started off with our first match of the night, which was Taguchi, Dorada, and David Finlay taking on
Young Boy Finlay.
Jushin Thunder.
Oh my god!
Jushin Thunder Liger, Yohei Komatsu, and Sho Tanaka. Young
boy RPG 3.
Yep.
About the free game.
Young boy, a fucking mania in this opener. I mean, Zahaya, you mentioned David Finley. I don't know who you were talking about. It was clearly Chuck Taylor.
Dude, no beard, no nothing, no long hair.
No
David Finley.
No spray tan.
Fucking ridiculous.
Was this when Finley had like properly just started the academy?
I think so. If not, he's been here for like a few months at the very least. He's been here. Like my dad got me a job.
Like fucking not blonde. It's a whole different time.
Show still in insane shape at this time. I will admit, like that did not change.
Looks like a fucking mini Ibushi.
Yeah. But this is
baby Finley. Dude, he's had the long hair for so long. I forgot motherfucker had a back tattoo.
Yeah. This is a very like standard match. I would say the most who has to do in this match is like fucking it's like Taguchi and Yo for the most part.
Fucking Dorada does like maybe 2 or 3 things.
I think
and he's pretty.
Dorada does like a fucking Hurricane Rana at one point, and that's about it.
He doesn't even do like the walk the ropes thing. That's it for me. David can't just does all the young boy stuff. Liger does Shote, which is cool. But like if you're looking for any substance, it's mostly Taguchi doing his Taguchi shit because it's like the young boys, as we know, it's New Japan. They don't know all the moves. It's very drop kick, hip toss, very standard. So you're not really getting much there. Dorada, well, we know how he is as a person now, so it makes sense.
And in the end, fucking Taguchi beats Yo with his ass. He hits him with the bummer yay. He doesn't even
the bummer yay.
And he gets the victory. It's a
very.
very
does a little dance at one point.
It's like a very standard opening 6-man for New Japan. So it's like you're not gonna see anything too special or anything too crazy.
I didn't say anything bad. I mean, everything was very standard, but can't really give it more than a star.
But next match also features another young boy, but some dads as well. Because up next we got the team of Yuji Nagata, Manabu Nakanishi, and young boy Jay White.
Oh my God, he hasn't even gone on the excursion yet.
Taking on taking on Ten Cozy of Satoshi Kojima and Hiroshi Tenzan and Captain fucking Japan.
I forgot the pain of Captain New Japan.
I did too until I started
and then I saw him and I wanted to throw up.
Dude, he was the only one in this match actively getting booed.
Everybody
this is what led to him then joining Bullet Club, if you remember, like a couple of months later.
It does, because he joins the fucking Hunters with fucking Billy Gunn and Yoshi Tatsu, and then he ends up turning on them and becomes the Bone Soldier for a few months, and then he gets fucking fired, and we bring in Taiji.
No, but that's in story here. I'm supposed to believe this dude right now that is teaming with Ten Cozy is supposed to be Ishimori.
Yep.
This dude is lanky, tall, and sucks.
Ishimori.
He got on a diet, Adam.
He is the worst thing about this match. And that includes Baby Jay White, who, again, hasn't gone on the excursion, so he's kind of just doing
his little mohawk. Is so fucking.
Oh, his haircut is rough. But you pointed out, commentary can't shut up about it.
Nope. They love Jay. From the beginning, they fucking love Jay. Like, they saw the world in Jay White. It's not hard to see. He's very good in this match. Like, he's very, like, he's got, like, his outfit, like, he's very much the white meat baby face, which makes me think that I think they might have had other plans before, you know, they settled on the Switchblade gimmick, because he's very popular, like, with everybody at this point, until he starts to fuck knives. But this match is...
They all just beat the shit out of Captain New
They beat the shit out of Captain New Japan, and the dads, you know, do dad spots like Kojima and Kozi going after Nakanishi and Yushi Nagata. That's the best part about
I wish it was a match. I just wish it was a tag match.
Yeah.
But I got to see my boy, the Fridge, Manabu Nakanishi again, so.
Finish of the match sees Jay White get hit with the Tenkozi cutter, which Adam for some reason thought it was another move entirely. Fucking idiot.
Fucking throw out the 3G, and I'm like, wait a minute.
And then
doing that move. That's not your move. And then Tenzan applies the Anaconda Vice, taps out Jay White though. It was better than the opener.
I liked when the dads did dad things.
I liked the dad doing dad stuff. I liked when Captain New Japan got booted.
Look, he was in this match the least, which is for the fucking best. Also, Tenzan is NWA World Champion at this point, which means he's probably going to defend that belt against Rob Conway in a few weeks.
God, I remember that period. That was a dark period of New Japan.
Well, since this probably is going to be the last time.
It was a dark period for NWA.
Yeah.
Probably going to be the last time I get to talk about him for a minute. But shout outs to my newest favorite wrestler I discovered in 2025, the Fringe, Manabu Nakanishi.
This was not something I ever expected when we started to do this. I did not expect the Nakanishi love from Adam. But I'm happy you found somebody.
I want more Nakanishi month next year.
Right time.
But
coming up next is Adam's favorite match on this card. He told me
I'm going to be completely
personally.
I'm going to be completely transparent. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be upfront. I saw who was in the match. I already don't like Yoshihashi because motherfucker fell on his face and fucked up his career. And the other one is a big piece of shit. I played for it.
True.
He did not pay much attention to this match, so it was up to me to pay attention to the match.
This was a good match, though, unfortunately.
It was a good match. Look, say what you will about Elgin and how his style translates in America. It translates very well in Japan. And that's mainly because...
I never liked Elgin, so that also doesn't help.
He's just a big, white, burly dude who does power moves.
Scott Norton.
Yes, and the fucking Japan crowd loves Scott Norton.
What they saw in Elgin was a more modern day reincarnation of Scott Norton or Dr. Death Steve Williams. No, Elgin cannot lace the boots of either one of these two guys, but I'm just making it clear that's what the New Japan people saw in Elgin.
And
at least before.
And to be fair, he does play a really good foil for Yoshihashi here. He stops him a lot, like, lots of times. Like, he does, like, a fucking in-ring Falcon Arrow from the outside, which looked fucking devastating. Yoshihashi hits a fucking Headhunter at one point. It's the Northern Lariat. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that they hit in this match. I think this is actually a rematch from a G1 match that they had already had in the tournament and that they decided to run back because I think Yoshihashi beat Elgin in that match. So I don't remember that match, but I think that was the whole point of this one. But in the end, Elgin does end up getting his win back after he gives Yoshihashi a buckle bomb into a spiral bomb for the 3. Look, Elgin, piece of shit. This is still a very solid match.
But it's good mid-card filler.
Yeah.
I don't care about either guy.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Will fall on your face.
But we go on to, I would say, would be like
the
start.
Worst thing on the night.
Really?
It was a mess.
Even with Yujiro and his escort?
His lady was nice, but I can't be judging a wrestling match because, there's a hot girl.
Why?
Because
You do
there's
it.
actual
You do
match.
it with fucking Tony Storm and Alexa Bliss all the time,
Whoa.
and AJ
First off,
Lee.
they're all way better wrestlers than Yujiro.
Yeah, you're right.
Second off, this was just a mess. Yano's doing Yano shtick. Dude, Sakuraba, I swear, maybe does one or two moves.
He does a chokehold,
disappears.
and that's about
And
it.
wins the match. And wins the match.
You're right. But this match was
I just
mainly
can't
just like
remember anything happening because everyone in it just doesn't feel important.
Well, most of the match is mainly like Yano shtick. It's just him doing.
And sometimes I'm down for that, but we're 4 matches into the show, and I'm looking for normally the G1 final shows I thought were kind of built up a bit more. I guess that didn't happen yet.
Not at this point, no.
Because 4 matches in, and I liked the dad's match, but I can't be like, holy shit, this show's fantastic. And then this comes, I'm like, I'm gonna need something to really sink my teeth into right now. And this wasn't it, because Fale is, not that mobile to begin with.
But he had the fedora. He's the underboss.
And Tamatonga is there.
And he will continue to be there until his brother shows up.
Thank God there was an Ishii. But the sad part is that Ishii doesn't have any good partner here on the other team to go up against to do Ishii stuff.
I don't know.
This felt like the wrong pairing of people.
I don't know why Sakuraba had so little to do. I don't know why we did so much Yano shtick in this match. Like you said, Ishii was the main takeaway of this match. At least he was good in his role, but it wasn't enough from the fact that it was still Yujiro, it was still Fale, and it was still fucking Tama without a fucking without anything else to do.
You mean without his brother?
Right. So Tama gets choked up by Sakuraba, lariat by Ishii, brainbuster, take it home. The Chaos ends up winning the match.
Yeah, this was just filler, if I'm allowed to say it. Chaos wins, and this was, during, if you watched this, undercard Bullet Club thing, this was one of those where you knew, yeah, we can skip to the next match.
However,
this was, go and get a drinks break match, and I don't want to sound a prick, but I'm going to be a prick.
I feel like you were going to say that this is where the show turns.
This is where the show starts.
This is where the show turns.
This is where the show becomes a show at this point.
Finally, a 6-man tag that I can sink my teeth into, probably because, holy shit, look at the power in here. So it's Goto, Shibata, and Ibushi taking on Makabe, Hanma Mania, baby, and Naito with shirt and hat, which means this motherfucker don't give a fuck.
This is probably for a lot of the biggest story being told throughout the match. You had coming off of Hanma Mania,
multiple story. You had, I believe, Maccabee and I believe Togi and Ibushi getting ready for a never title match.
Yeah. Shibata and Naito are obviously being built up for a future match. Which, holy shit.
Which is the main story, because
they fucking sell the shit out of it during this match and the post match.
So, yeah, here's the thing. Naito's only just come back with the, LIJ gimmick.
Right, he doesn't even have a stable yet. He's just coming out.
No, he's just being this dick.
Right.
And the crowd are heating on him. They want this guy to get killed. Who better to kill him than a guy who he's devastating, strong style wrestling, devastating, Japanese wrestling.
They're two of the two opposites in every single way.
So who better to kill him
New
than
Japan,
Mr. Shibata?
I wouldn't say is like they know how to like shoot a match, obviously, but I wouldn't say New Japan like is like a company I go to when I can think of like really cool like shot moments or something, like Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe, or like when Vince does the peel from behind the apron with the blood. But this match has one of those when Shibata is in the ring and Naito just knows, and you see him put the smile on, and Shibata's just behind him in the fucking background, and I'm like, oh, this shit about to get cool. And then it gets cool because Shibata beats the fuck. And dude, the entire time, Naito, I don't know if he's doing it on purpose or if it's just his face, but it looks like he's smiling throughout the whole thing.
Oh, he's doing it on purpose, is Naito. Naito's doing it on purpose. Because the crowd are waiting, and Sahaya would agree with me on this, for Shibata to get his hands on him.
Yeah, because
Naito this twat.
Because Naito throughout it was throughout the entire tournament too, where it's just like you just didn't fucking care. Like it was like you couldn't get this man to like. He was like so nonchalant about like everything, and he was cheating and all this other shit, and it's like, so it's like now we need somebody to beat some fucking sense to him, and that somebody was just so happens to be the biggest badass at this point in time.
But I love how like when Naito smiles, to me, like the way I like took it is, yeah, I know you want him to beat me up. Yeah, I'll let him do it. I still don't care. I'm like, wow, that dude's so cool.
But also at the same time,
also, that motherfucker could move. He still had working body parts.
You still had a young Ibushi taking on, a fucking a former star, a big star in like Makabe for the Never Openweight title, and then you had fucking Hanma coming off the hottest run he's ever had up until this point.
Love this guy.
And then her Goto is here. And
Goto is the IC champ. Because Goto before this tour, Goto had just beat Shinsuke for the IC belt.
Not gonna lie, he was about to lose it.
Yeah, he's about to lose it, but there was a bit of confidence behind Goto.
Your boy, cool. I like Goto. He came out as the samurai, not Drew McIntyre this week. He was like the one who I remember the least doing much in this match.
You're right, because this is the least amount to do because the person he's facing is in the main event, so you gotta build it to that later.
Not only that, Goto in the story of this match.
No, he's not.
No. But like
it's Shibata and Naito, it's Makabe and Ibushi, and it has like obviously Ibushi ends up getting the victory on Hanma after he hits him with the Phoenix Splash, and afterwards him and Makabe go at it. Fucking Shibata and Naito are still fucking going at it on the outside, and then fucking Shibata, Bushi, Goto all in the ring, and they all do the fucking sit down pose in front of the opponents, and it's one of the coolest visuals I've ever seen.
Hanma hits the Kokeshi. It was awesome because Hanma rules.
Hey, any final thoughts before we move on?
Yeah, I just enjoy it. I love the crowd whenever Shibata gets Naito in this match. Legitimately, when the crowd when Naito, gets grabbed by Shibata, that crowd is pumped for this. If you get where I'm coming from, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of things that I also enjoyed, IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Title match.
I saw who the match was. It's Red Dragon. It's the Young Bucks. It's 2015. Shocker. They're fighting in the U.S. They're fighting in Japan. I don't think I've seen this one before until today. Wow. What a slept-on fucking classic these two had here.
It's a fantastic junior heavyweight tag team.
When I hear, like, Bucks and Fish matches, Bucks and Red Dragon matches, sorry. I don't think this is one that gets brought up enough.
This one doesn't get talked up enough.
It's pretty fucking good. This might be my favorite match of the night.
So this one had like a story of like Red Dragon started getting the upper hand on the Bucks early on, and they were kicking their ass at the very beginning. And it wasn't until Cody Hall steps in, literally takes Kyle out of the match by taking him wherever the fuck backstage. And then you had Fish having to fight the Bucks by themselves, and the Bucks are fucking kicking Bobby's poor old ass for the majority of this match. It wasn't until Kyle comes back in when they're able to make a bit of a comeback. They do all their fucking moves. Young Bucks catch them into Indie Taker at one point, which they only gets a 2 count. They hit the Chasing the Dragon on the outside as well, which is still a fantastic move.
And in a sense, that was the story. Like the Red Dragon, it's like they're not the best. Like, well, let me be clear. No one really cared about Cody Hall, but he played his role here.
He did,
because the Bucks are still Bullet Club. If you get where I'm coming from. So in a sense, it's the Bucks are still Bullet Club. So it's all about getting the heels over, getting the faces over. And
they did. I thought they got Red Dragon, especially over in Japan. It made it all the more you wanted to see them actually get the victory by the end of it. And they actually end up doing it because they end up hitting Chasing the Dragon inside the ring. 1, 2, 3. Red Dragon are the new junior heavyweight
new champions.
And I thought this match was fantastic. It was really fucking good.
Fun match.
And to follow that up, we had
we're getting to more fun.
Another really fucking good match. It is Ricochet taking on Kushida for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. Oh my goodness, young Ricochet is fucking insane.
This was off Ricochet winning the BOSJ.
Yeah.
Over Kushida, and this was off Ricochet, jumping from Dragon Gate to New Japan before he gets signed by WWE. Truthfully, I remember this time. Because Ricochet still had the Dragon Gate guys seconding him and all that.
Right. This is also coming off of like the other year where he was he made the finals last year against him. It was him and Ibushi, which he came up short in that one. But he got it. He got it next year, and now he's got Kushida for the belt. And my goodness, he just does things, bro. Like,
people forget how epic of a run Kushida was on though during this period as well.
Was legit like best in the world status from like 2015, I would say, to like even before then. Like from that point, from like all the way to like 2018, I would say like Kushida was just on a fucking tear of just classic junior heavyweight title matches. And this is no different. Him and Ricochet fucking kill it. Ricochet is just doing shit. He does like a roll through fucking zigzag that was fucking ridiculous into a standing shooting star press. Like, it don't take for granted that like Ricochet is probably one of, if not the greatest high flyer in pro wrestling history. Like, there's nobody that can do what he does so fucking fluidly. It's insane.
He's up there.
And Kushida's just a master at just like fucking picking his spots, knowing when to like cut him off. The constant arm bars, the fucking hoverboard lock that he does end up using to get the victory here against Ricochet. It's all just so fun. It's so great because it's like two different styles. Ricochet, more for his high flying. Kushida more grounded. And it just works so fucking well. And I thought they did fucking excellent here. Kushida.
Yeah, the match is brill.
Kushida retains his belt. They end up shaking hands and hugging at the end to show respect. I've got no bad things to say about this. It is just another fucking great match.
Fun match. What you call a fun match?
Adam,
It's always nice to see Kushida used right. Remember when he used to be used
At all.
Mm-hmm.
and he decided to go to defend and ruined everything? The roll through zigzag is probably the coolest fucking thing. I wasn't. That was coming out of it. Ricochet is still one of the best, but I think he figured out, you can't just be that for the rest of your life. I think what we have now is like the more complete package. Now, you put this Ricochet back in Japan now, oh man, that's a world champion.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Time for match of the night. And by 6-man tag, the Kingdom with, oh my good lord, Maria. With
And a very pathetic New Japan cameraman.
Yeah.
a very
Yeah.
goated New Japan cameraman, I think you mean to say. They're teaming
Yeah.
up with Kazuchika Okada to take on Bullet Club of AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, and my fucking dude, Doc Gallows. This is a very entertaining 6-man tag, and not only because of the infamous spot where Carl Anderson spot. So that was the reoccurring story of this match. Carl was very horny for Maria.
Yep.
And it continued in this match because Maria caught his attention and he got all flustered. And then AJ was trying to snap him out of it. And then he's like, AJ, fucking look at her. And then AJ looked at her and he's like, all right, I get it. Fair enough. And then Doc is like, no more Maria. I'm going to fucking kill her. And then she got down.
I'm gonna kill her.
And then they had to literally stop her from doing so. And that was a great bit. But it's just a very fun, like, 6-man tag. Taven got to do a lot of stuff. Bennett looked good here. Okada and AJ are obviously building for their future world title match.
I think it's for the match at Dominion.
Well, the Dominion match had already happened. I think it's the King of Pro Wrestling that they have.
Yeah.
So they're getting ready for that. And it's just a good time. I very much liked it. Fucking AJ does this crazy reversal, where he rolls up Okada, looks like he's about to hit him with the Tiger Driver, but transitions into the Styles Clash and gets the fucking pin on Okada. It's just a fucking great finish, and I think everybody plays their roles very well in this match.
And it's a big congrats. It's a good semi-main event.
Adam.
Because it fills all the roles in a sense.
Any thoughts before we get into our main event? If not, so hold your breath and never speak again. All right, so going on to the main event now. G1 Climax Finals is what we've all been waiting for. Tanahashi against Nakamura. All from the fucking entrances. You could already tell this is a big deal. We got to hear High Energy. This is probably going to be the last time on this podcast after Wrestle Kingdom. Hear fucking Nakamura's entrance probably for the last time for a bit.
Conscience.
And it's like, and there it is. It's two of literally the biggest stars in New Japan at this very point in time going at it, and the crowd is with them every single step of the way. Just fucking immaculate vibes this entire match. Fucking Tana mostly goes for the leg of Shinsuke, but he notices that Shinsuke also injured his arm during his match against Okada. So that's a big target in this match as well. Fucking Shinsuke, though, it's like, it's an entirely different, because like his style doesn't change all that much, but it's like the way he hits things. There's like more passion in the way that his like shit is set up with like his knees, the bumaye, the multiple bumayes in this match. The one to the back of the head was fucking sick as hell. And then there's like one where it just comes straight out of nowhere and just decks Tana in the side of the face, which when I first watched that match, I thought that was going to be the finish. I thoroughly wanted Nakamura to win the first time I watched this because
I remember we were all hoping it was Nakamura who'd win the final.
But Tanahashi, being the scrappy ace that he was,
the fucking high five fall while Nakamura's on the middle rope.
That was fucking so good, and that was like after the struggle off of the top, where it's like he was like him and Nakamura were trading strikes. Nakamura tried to give one final effort, but not like he got slapped in the face and then got hit with the high fly flow from the fucking middle rope. It was so sick. He also hits like a dragon suplex at one point, only gets a two count of death. Goes up top, high fly flow to the back, turns him around, crowd's going fucking insane. Hits him with another high fly flow. 1, 2, 3. Tanahashi wins G1 Climax 25.
In a classic.
Afterwards, him and Nakamura shake hands because even if it wasn't said, I think they even knew that this was probably going to be the final time that they ever met in the ring.
Yeah.
So they gave each other respect. Tanahashi.
Why is it the last time? Well, somebody hurt? Somebody dying?
I think Nakamura wanted to go be.
I think Nakamura is going into retirement.
Yeah, he wanted to go be a samurai.
Nakamura went and got his retirement money.
That's true.
Oh, where'd he go?
Somewhere in Florida. I heard he had a nice time.
I heard it's called Palcatraz.
It was a nice time in Florida, and then he got the call up and dropped Johnston on his head.
That's true. He gets the trophy. He gets the flag. He cuts his promo, and then afterwards, the crowd's calling for an encore. They want it. You want it, Adam. I wanted it.
No, it doesn't make any fucking sense. And so first off, he asked for the guitar. I can't remember who it was. It was
Yo.
One of the Yo. Okay, he throws the guitar. Okay, cool. Guitar flies in the air. Tanahashi looks at the guitar and then gently walks over, and then he just catches it. First off, not how gravity works. That motherfucker would have been destroyed on the floor. Then he just starts to tune it. So I'm like, all right, so there's no strap. And then the music starts playing. Already, the music starts playing, and he's out of sync with it. He hasn't started playing the guitar yet. Then he starts to clap. How are you clapping? You got the guitar in your hand. Learn how to do it. Christ, that motherfucker never played a guitar in his life.
Look, man, at the end of the day, a wise man once said, you got to give the people what they want. And he gave them air guitar. And it was awesome.
He better, at Wrestle Kingdom, he has his final solo. He better fucking smash that shit at the end.
He better do the guitar. Like, that's not even an option. Like, final match.
No, he can do the guitar, but, it's the end, smash it. Go out punk rock.
But that is the G1 Climax 25 finals. I guess.
What an up and go.
I guess we'll go with my takeaways. My first takeaway, giant time capsule for this show. Holy shit. So many guys. You compare him to today as like night and day. Show's different from where he was. Yo's different from where he was. David, completely different fucking animal. Jay White, completely different fucking animal. It's like, but it's just so cool to see where they started. I think that was like one of the coolest things, even if the
it's so crazy realizing the history.
Yeah, just knowing where they go from this point. Second takeaway of probably one of my favorite matches in New Japan history happened in the main event. When I first saw this match, I thought this was the greatest match I've ever seen in my life. This would then later be topped by another G1 match that happens next year by Omega and Naito. And then that just kept on going and going. But these two, I felt fucking killed it. It was and in a way, it was like a story. It was like a story tale ending for the feud of Nakamura and Tanahashi by the end of it.
Man, if only we had gotten Nakamura for one more whole fucking year before the Fed came in. Nakamura, Kenny, Sahaya, that's all I'm going to say.
True.
You fuck.
Third takeaway, it took a bit for this show to get like 4 matches in, it was like the show wasn't bad or anything, it was just it had a very weird feeling. But as soon as we got to that 6-man tag between Great Bash Heels and Naito against Goto, Shibata, and Ibushi, I feel that's when I felt like the show really started to take off. And so my fourth takeaway would be the juniors really showed up here. I felt like when some of the heavyweights weren't really pushing their weight, the juniors came in and got the memo and really got the fucking show off of its
energized.
So I got to give them credit where credit is due there, because they really added a lot to the show. So overall, I'm going to give the show a B. I don't think it's the best Japan show. I think Tanahashi and Nakamura is a classic. I think junior tag team match is fantastic. Ricochet and Kushida is great. And that 6-man tag I mentioned earlier, also really good. The stuff on the beginning of the card is just, you could skip it if you want, unless you really wanted to go see what like the young boys were like before they became who they are today. I think that would be the only reason to check back. But other than that, not really very required viewing. But I still had a good time with the show. So yeah, B rating.
That was fun.
B rating for G1.
Show's a fun one. I would give it a B as well. First half of the show's skippable, but the second half of the show is really good. Junior title matches are awesome. The final itself, Nakamura versus Tana, is a classic, as those two men have had many a time. What do you call it? I enjoyed the core main event because it sets up clear stories, and I also enjoyed, the GBH, Naito, Ibushi, Shibata Goto 6-man tag as well for storytelling. It's a B.
All right, Adam, your final thoughts?
And the takeaways?
Yep.
Captain New Japan sucked. My first takeaway.
I figured that was one.
Second takeaway. Young boys everywhere. Too many young boys and people I know what they look like now, and 10 years ago, it's a different time. Underrated junior tag title match. I don't feel like this one gets talked about enough in the pantheon of Red Dragon and Young Bucks matches. I had a blast. This was my favorite match of the night. And my final takeaway, which I guess I had 2 other takeaways. Thank you, Nakamura, for making Tanahashi cool.
Boo!
Fuck you.
And final takeaway, New Japan needs to be horny again.
I agree with that one.
No arguments.
I'm not as nice as you guys. I gave this a C+. It was a little rough. Those first 5 matches, there's like a really, like the dad's match is fine, but it's like 6 minutes. It's not until that Naito match I'm like, all right, finally I can sink my teeth, and that's like fun. And then the junior tag title match was great. The junior heavyweight title match was great. The semi-main event 6-man is also kind of filler, at least the way that it's, played out. And then, yeah, Nakamura and Tanahashi's great. But I don't know, man. This felt like could have just been episode TV, 3-hour special. some really good wrestling. I'm giving this a C plus. I'm not going to be as nice. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, an overall B minus grade for the G1 Climax 25 finals. But with that, that ends Cena-Hashi month. Unfortunately, Cena has officially retired. Tanahashi will be making his retirement in about 2 weeks when he goes up against Okada at Wrestle Kingdom in the Tokyo Dome on January 4th.
So we'll like when we did for Cena, we'll do a full on recap for that in 2 weeks.
But with that being said, that marks we'll start January's arc in 2 weeks. But the next one after this, we got a special one.
It's the Christmas winner.
With the winner of the 2025 season, producer Josh will have his own special episode.
You're still there. Would you like to tell these lovely people what are we covering next week on the Retro?
You two will be covering NXT Evolution. A show I'm surprised that hasn't been covered yet.
A show that probably has been one of my, if not my favorite NXT shows for a bit, but it's been a minute since I've checked it out again, so we'll see if it still holds up.
I believe we covered Sammy and Kevin, but we've never covered the show that leads to it, which is weird.
Right.
And we're going to get to when I host the show, which may or may not have some painful things for these.
Oh.
Matches on that show that we'll get to see next week. Lucha Dragons and the Vaudevillains for the tag titles. Baron Corbin and Ty Dillinger. Charlotte and Sasha for the women's title. Kevin Owens takes on Juice Robinson. Finn Balor and Hideo Itami and the Ascension. And, of course, Sammy and Peck for the title. Career.
The classic.
So be here. We'll be here with producer Josh for that very special episode next edition. But Adam, it's time to finish things off here. Grudge match.
It's been a minute. Don't worry. I still have the bracket. We're going to finish that bracket next year. We're going to finally finish out the grudge match part of it all. But the past few months have had, with the theming and everything, it really didn't fit. But it does fit now. A very special grudge match on a very special episode.
Just to be clear, this isn't a part of the bracket, right?
This is part of the bracket. This is separate from our grudge match 4 p.m. Best Wrestler Ever bracket. This is a special bonus Christmas special edition. Because, who knows, really, when we're going to have, I guess I really shouldn't be saying that with the fact that, everybody's retiring next year. But when you really look at, two guys who, if at anything, were always looked at as the mirror image of the other person for their company. You hear, hit your TV is on.
Right.
When you think about, you think TNA, it's AJ Styles, WWE, get Cena, and Tanahashi was for New Japan at the time. We got Cena and AJ. We got AJ and Tanahashi, but sadly, we'll never get Tanahashi versus Cena. But the best way we can do it is fighting themselves here tonight on Grudge Match.
Oh, yeah, so you want to go...
6 categories. It's been a minute. I was writing them down because I forgot all of them.
Is it still a ranking from 1 to 10?
It is still ranking from 1 to 10.
Oh, did he? What happened?
I'm waiting on him.
You're like, that's one. That's going to be the bonus one. I feel like In ring, their promo, their character were. I think that was it, right? For in terms of the stuff in the ring.
Yes.
Cool. So then we're gonna start. And we're going to start with Zahaya. It has been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about John Cena and Hiroshi Tanahashi. And I think the best way to kick it off is we're going to start with their in-ring ability. When it comes to when the bell goes ding-ding to when it goes ding-ding at the end of the match, how is John Cena? How is Hiroshi Tanahashi? Bell to bell.
Look, I think people give Cena flack when it comes to his in-ring ability. He is by no means a bad wrestler. He's just not he's not a natural by any means. He's very robotic in the way that he does shit, and that's just always been the case with his wrestling. I do think that he becomes more fluid the once he starts getting older and once he has more like indie talent to work with, like Rollins and Cesaro and Kevin and all those guys. But it didn't come naturally for him. But he does get himself there. So Tana was like from almost like the very beginning, he was like regarded as something special. It was him, Nakamura, and Shibata for a reason. And that was mainly because like when it came to like in ring, he was like IQ was off the fucking charts. Like I don't think there's like many smarter wrestlers in pro wrestling than Tanahashi. Like it'd be a very small list of people who I think would fit there. Always on time, knows how to get the crowd going, knows how to play a babyface in peril, also knows how to play, the like smarmy, charismatic, ace that you have to overcome in the end, and that one of the things that made him and Cena so, so alike, but the way it differentiates is that Tana is just so naturally gifted at what he does. I will give Cena an 8. I will give Tana a 10, though. I think Tana's as perfect as a pro wrestler as you get.
All right, hit. When it comes to the in-ring work, who can throw down the moves?
It is why I'm giving Cena an 8.
All right.
Because not only did he get better technical later on in his career, but let's remember, Cena could have just to any match type he wanted. The Street Fighter Cena during his early career, I'm not on about rookie Cena, I'm on about, 04 to 06, okay? When they put him in many different type of matches, and usually those matches were really good. I still think one of my all-time favorite Cena matches is him and JBL. The I Quit match. No reason being that great.
Him and Umaga at the Rumble.
Yeah, but it was. So I'm going to give Cena an 8, but Tanahashi's just a natural. And it didn't matter what opponent you put against Tanahashi, you could wrestle him. You want a strong style striker in Nakamura, Tana could wrestle him. You want an athletic junior in Ibushi, in a Prince Devitt, Tana could wrestle those guys. You want to change it up with someone from outside of New Japan. Let's go to Naomichi Marufuji. Let's go to, remember he did the stint in All Japan and did the Champions Carnival.
He did. It was
if you remember that.
Fantastic as a heel, by the way. In that.
Him and Kawada, and yeah, he wrestled as a heel during that. Him and Kawada had their only ever meeting. Him and the legendary Keiji Muto, their legendary meetings. I'll give you another example. We want to compare Tanahashi to Western opponents. Here's an example. Tanahashi versus Giant Bernard. A-Train.
Some of his best
always
matches.
Good matches.
Best matches.
It's really great
Tana.
matches. With A-Train. And that's not a name you would hear me, I said. So Tana's a 10.
More respect.
Tana's a 10.
Adam, it's down to you.
This is where I get. Okay. So Cena's a very awkward man.
Mm-hmm.
We know that. He was a very, very awkward man. Now, yes, he did get better. But, even when he was better, Still doesn't know how to apply an STF. Still has some weird selling.
Yeah, but Punk doesn't. Punk to this very day has been using the Macho Man elbow for like fucking 15 years.
Hold on. Punk does a weak ass GTS.
Ooh, fighting words.
To be fair,
right.
if he did the actual Kenta GTS,
No, I get it. I get why, but I'm still allowed to say it.
See, I'm taking this one a bit more seriously tonight, and because of that, I'm sticking with my gut, what my head originally said. I'm in the same boat with you guys, just one notch below. I'm giving Cena a 7.
I would argue over 7. 7/8's for.
But I'm also giving Tanahashi a 9.
That's fine.
What doesn't get him a 10, even though I don't mind a 9?
It's just not flashy enough for me, man.
Not flashy.
I said the same thing.
He does really smooth moves.
The
But
man
I don't think
over there.
there's a-
Hold on. Here's where I can kill Adam's argument right now, even though I'll accept the 9. The man is the only other IWG guy at the top of New Japan's card who had a top rope finisher since Keiji Muto.
Hey, look, that's impressive. My thing is, the high fly flow is cool. It's just a frog splash. That I think other people do better. Not that his is bad, but there's no other move of his that makes me fucking hyped.
Didn't he originate the Sling Blade?
He did.
And there's other people who do it better. He's like the smoothest, cleanest, like perfect, like wrestler. But he doesn't do anything that makes me go, wow. That's my only issue. Especially because, like you mentioned, the other two guys, Shibata's over here literally killing people and himself, and Nakamura's the coolest dude ever, and Tanahashi's in the middle. I'm just being straight, you know?
It's fine. It's your opinion at the end of the day.
Next category.
All right, well, we've gotten how to do in-ring. They've done the graps. Now, this is going to be where it gets a bit interesting. How are they when it comes to their mic skills? Now, Tanahashi, Japanese, so we'll try and figure this out the best we can here. But we start with you this time around. Mic skills, Tanahashi and John Cena.
Let's start with the easy one. I'm actually going to give Cena a 10. I'm going to give Cena a 10 on the mic skills.
All right.
And hear me out why I think Cena needs to get a 10 on the mic skills. Because without the mic skills, Cena wouldn't be here today.
That's a
Think
lot.
about that. Think about that. It was his mic skills what saved his job.
Maybe some rapping.
If you remember back in the 2002, late 2002 to 03, we never get John Cena as we know him without the mic skills. That's the fact. And then, of course, all the lines. He could always, be Big Match John. During his Dr. Thugonomics, could absolutely roast people and all that. So, yeah, Cena gets a 10. Now, with Japan, with Tanahashi, obviously, it's different. Usually they don't do it, on the mic skills. However, Tanahashi on the mic can be pretty fucking devious. Even Sahaya will tell you. If he doesn't like you, he will be fucking snarmy and snide.
He's very snarky.
Ask Kota Ibushi.
Yeah.
During that one G1 presser. But not only that, usually with the mic skills, it comes to the how do they connect to the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, Tanahashi connected to his audience. I'm going to give Tanahashi a 7 because it is the two things which people need to remember about Tanahashi. One, everyone in the audience, whenever Tanahashi came out, and on the mic when we were closing the show would be, would be going, signature go ace and all that, or would be going, hey, Shiban! With Tana at the end. Even Sahaya knows that.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, it was, the ability to draw people in with the mic skills was Tana. So I'll give Tana a 7, but it is hard to judge because it's not really a big thing in Japanese wrestling culture.
Zahaya, how are we doing with the mic?
Okay. I can understand the reasoning why he gave Cena a 10. I, though, cannot in good faith give him a 10 because, I feel like when it comes to his mic skills, I feel like people have rose-tinted glasses and that's, a lot of Cena's career going into, the very tail end, I think, is, rose-tinted glasses because while he is great mostly when the time calls for it, there are times where he has been utter dog shit. I go back all the way to the times of 2010 to, I would say, up until the point he was feuding with Punk.
You know what? That's a good point because Punk eviscerated him and he didn't leave. He's like, I'm not allowed to change though now. I'm locked in, aren't I?
Have we ever?
I don't. Never had anybody. If you want
I don't
to,
think. Hey, honest to God, you might be the first person in Grudge.
I'll change to a 9. I'll change to a 9. Fuck it, because C's right. 9.
All right. I don't think we've ever had a number change before.
He is known as this fucking big dog when he's on the microphone nowadays, which is
fine speech.
When he hits you with the fine speech, it's fucking over, which is good at it. But he didn't always have the fine speech in the middle parts of his career, and he just sometimes that man was struggling. I think Tana holds himself very well, and because I feel like it's like Hit said, when you're cutting a promo, I feel like the biggest thing is connecting with the audience, and I don't think anybody connects with the audience more than Tanahashi in New Japan. So I will go the same number as Hit. I'll give Tana a 7, but I'll give Cena an 8 here.
All right, so I don't have as much Tanahashi connection, so I'm gonna just follow in suit and agree with you guys on the 7. I don't want to be mean. Most of what I see is either the post-match stuff, like Kid says, the connection with the crowd is obviously there. They love this guy. He's probably one of the best, just pure baby faces since, maybe a Ricky Steamboat, and just he's very likable. He's got the great hair. And he does the air guitar, even though, learn how to hold the guitar. But I understand. And, his promos, anytime he's done stuff with AEW, gets his point across. Nothing, no issues there. Cena! Oh, Cena. I don't think I can go 10 either, but I think I'm going to go 9. I don't think I'm going to go a little above. Maybe I agree with the 8. Because you're right. There's the not early, the late 2010s, early 2010s, Orange, Fruity Pebbles, what's the stuff he done with John Laurinaitis, where he keeps
oh God,
that motherfucker could get real annoying real quick because he knows he can get away with it. But then when he puts it on, he's got some of the best shit ever. I mean, fine speech is ingrained now in people's heads. It's fantastic. But that man can get self-indulgent, and he gets real annoying. So I think I'm also going to go with the 8 here. I think, 8 and the 7. Perfect score for Tanahashi there. 7th across the board. All right, with that said, Zahai, we're going to go back to you. You figured out his in-ring work. He's got the promo work down. Now you got to figure out who is Tanahashi, who is John Cena, who is the character of these wrestlers. Zahai.
See?
Zahai.
Oh, leave Sahaya.
Oh, no.
Did we lose Sahaya?
No,
dear.
I'm right here.
Where the fuck? Gotta have to cut that out. Just left me hanging.
What did you give him?
I gave 8 and a 7, the same thing you did.
Okay.
You missed my whole speech.
I did. I had an emergency.
Okay, well, all right. Well, let's reconvene here. I don't know if you're cutting anything out here.
What's the next part?
Cool. We're moving on to character. Who is Tanahashi? Who is John Cena? And we're starting with you.
Shit, man. Tana's character's always been like the same, but it works. He's the ace. He is the one in the century talent.
Bret Hart.
Yeah, very much Bret Hart. But it works. People love him. It's what it's what they wanted, and he never changed. But you could say that should have been the case for Cena. That should have very much been the case for Cena until they fucking ruined it at the very tail end with a fucking heel turn they had no fucking plans for. But I digress. I think in the same situation, even though it's like Cena's like very much military rapper dude, it's the same sense. Like he's the guy.
Oh.
He is the person. He is the C Nation. Never give up. It's like the same.
Well,
it's like
he did give up. Actually, he did give up. He did do that after that. You got cancer? Give up. John Cena did it.
I think they both do it very well. I don't think, in terms of just like the character that they're supposed to play, I don't think they could have played it any better. They both did very well with what they're given. So I think I'm gonna give them both a 9 on this one.
Hit the character of Tanahashi and John Cena.
John Cena went through character developmental, because if you remember, John Cena had the rookie Cena, where he struggled to find himself, as the young jacked up rookie. Then found himself as the Doctor of Thugonomics, which got himself over, got over with the audience, and then became, the face that runs the place, Cena, if you get where I'm coming from. Which became WWE's flagship. Sometimes under that character, he could be insufferable, because as it caused the Great Divide, there was the "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks," type of things. Because sometimes you just thought he was, phoning it in with the character. Tanahashi never changed. Started up as the young boy, started up as the young hot talent, then became the high energy star, the high fly star, and then from there grew into the ace. But with Tana, you wondered, is he ever going to show that edge and all that? Oh no, Tana could show his edge and all that when blood feuds happened, but he'd do most of his talking in the ring. But this man was so sympathetic, to all the fans. You would never get anyone booing Tanahashi unless he did that one thing where he can remind you about it. That's the thing, and this is why I'm going to give Tana a 9. Okay. Tanahashi, during the one time he did like a proper heel run, which was when he did an outsider run for 1-2 months while he was going through contract renegotiations with New Japan for All Japan Pro Wrestling. He did the Champions Carnival. As to how you can tell you, Tanahashi did a legendary run of being a smarmy pit prick.
He did.
During that entire tournament. Just to know that he never needed it, but he has it in his back pocket to do it. That's why Tana gets a 9. Cena, for me, I'm going to give him an 8. Because sometimes he was phoning it in, and then, of course, there was also the ending of this last run.
That is very fair. Adam. And it is now.
Hello? I'm back.
Hello?
There you go.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, the smoke went down the wrong pipe.
Your score for character of Cena and Tana.
So, Tanahashi. I think I'm going to go with an 8 here. Mainly because it is like we said, Bret Hart. It's very like baby. Like there's nothing that ever really changes for I'd say about 15 years. He is the guy. He's the face. He's the white meat baby face. He's the fan favorite. He is does the air guitar, comes out, big flashy gear, smiling, being that guy, and it works. You're right, but it would be nice for some change. And I know, I get it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I don't think he's a perfect 10. There's not a lot of edge to Tanahashi, at least not what I've seen. And I think some of the best characters, you got to have at least that little bit of an edge to you. And, you can't, like Bret Hart did. Hart Foundation proved that he could be a whole new character. Cena started off that way and then transitioned into the babyface. So I can give him that. I didn't watch a lot of the Tanahashi. Most of what I've seen is this. Even when we watched the Muto match from Wrestle Kingdom, it's pretty much this going forward.
Right.
So I'm only gonna give him an 8 in terms of character because it's a perfect character. He does it well, but there's not much else for me to give him that that step above. And then Cena, I'm also gonna stick with an 8 because he started out. He had great stuff with the rap gimmick, and then Military Cena is really good, and then once again, 2010 Cena. Just the biggest.
Phoning it in.
Phones it in. The
Orange
ultimate
t-shirt.
company guy. Everyone gets buried. No one's getting over. And then he goes away. He comes back, and then you get like SmackDown Renaissance 2016. You get the U.S. title open stuff in 2015. And I don't know. It feels like he matures a little bit, especially once he gets to go to Hollywood. And then you get some really good surprise return, little runs here and there. That Money in the Bank return was really good. And then you get whatever the fuck they did at the start of this year. But they figured it out in the back half. So I'm gonna go an 8 for both men.
All right. Well,
So now then, we've done the in-ring. You've got your promo, and we've got your character. You about to make your entrance. What do you need? A theme song. So, we start with you. The theme songs of Tanahashi and John Cena.
Oh boy. Cena had a basic ass, theme when he debuted. Then went to the one of the gaming menu themes, if I remember. Before he
the fucking. It was the Here Comes the Pain rap, the rap fucking background music.
Yeah. Then he came out, to Basic Thugonomics, which is a great song, one of the all-time greatest.
My favorite of his.
Yeah, and then of course, My Time Is Now is legendary. Didn't really stick on me at first because I liked, the old theme better,
Right.
Basic Thugonomics. But it's an iconic theme. I'll give Cena an 8. Now, with Tanner, it's a bit harder because, you're thinking of, you can't really, find these Young Lion themes and all that, as I will understand. And they're mostly generic baloney, okay?
I have to say, I don't think Young Lions have themes. It's just like the fucking standard New Japan music that they get.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
However, when we get to Hiroshi Tana, of course everyone likes Go Ace. Can I be clear? There's nothing at all wrong with Go Ace, by the way. And Love and Energy, if I'm allowed to say it. Tana's theme.
But
There's nothing, wrong. Wrong with those themes. There ain't nothing wrong with that, and everyone can tell me and all that. Because we do like them, and they've always been, good songs. However, during the time period, even though Love and Energy was great for his, later years, during Tana's prime, when you heard high energy, so I would tell you, shit was about to hit the fan. When high energy hit, shit was going to hit the fan. And that crowd would always pop, by the way.
But I feel like even
because they knew their hero was on his way. You know, in a sense.
They don't make theme songs like they used to.
And that, for me, is one of my all-time favorite theme songs. It's in my top 10. So I'll edge Tana 9 to 8.
9 to 8. Tahaya, the theme song.
See, Hit's exactly right about this, and it's why fucking Tana should have a perfect 10 if he had just stuck with fucking
Yes!
high energy.
Yes!
Stuck. Look, there's nothing wrong with fucking love and energy. Like, you know, like the fucking the song kicks in, the go Ace, and the crowd gets to chant. That's fine. It's not fucking high energy though. It's like
come out to high energy on January 4th, please.
It was like them changing.
Please, Lord.
It's like them changing the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship design. Like, yeah, you can do it, but why would you do it? It's already fucking perfect. That's the same. That's how I fucking feel with Tana's music. Cena's theme song is like we already know. Like, fucking, they're all-time classics, and they're like basic thugonomics. Loved it as a kid. Love it now. Fucking My Time Is Now is like, it's like, is it a bit corny? A little bit, but like, it's like it said, it's like, it's timeless at this point. Like, it's up there with like Hogan's theme song, or Shawn's theme song, or like Austin theme song.
You hear those trumpets.
Yeah, it's neither here or there. It's like it's an iconic wrestling theme song at this point in time. So I'll give both of them a 9 again.
Double 9s. All right, I'm giving out my first 10, and it's going to Cena.
Yeah.
As somebody in our viewing party here mentioned, and it's a good point, you know, to have one theme song, especially in this current, you know, sphere, for 20 years and never changing it. Orton changed his, Edge changed his, Mysterio went through changes, you know, Batista went through changes, but Cena, same song for 20 years straight. No variation, no, like, here's the Snoop Dogg version. Like, nope. It's just one song, and I think that tells you something to how important that one song is. You know, even Austin had like how many different versions of his theme. Not Cena. Also, I can sing Basic Thugonomics if you'd like me to.
No, that's all right.
Because I can do the whole first verse.
Yeah, no, I know.
Once it gets to trademark, I don't give a fuck anymore. But Tanahashi, I'm gonna give it a 9. I agree. High Energy is so good, and Go Ace is so modern. They just don't make theme songs like they used to.
Would have been a 10 if he had just stayed to it.
Stayed with
That's
it.
everything. And I don't know. I like the Go Ace stuff is so. I think it's.
By the way, I know Sean's going to complain, but Okada's promised he ain't coming out to the Rainmaker. He's coming out to Curiosity on Jan 4th.
That's going to make him so mad.
That's going to make him so hated, you know, by that crowd. But Tana should roll back the years and come out to High Energy on Jan 4th.
Usually before we get into the last two, the big categories, I try to do something fun. You know, we've had movies, we've had rivalry type stuff, but I think the best thing for Tanahashi and Cena is something that really does make both men who they are, and that is their gear.
Oh, this is an easy one for me.
Yeah.
When it comes to John Cena and Tanahashi Zahaya, the t-shirts versus the jackets. Who's got the gear?
I'm sorry, Adam. You set your boy up for failure, unfortunately, on this one. Because look, he has.
Well, I can't do movies.
This is a body bag.
He has basic wrestling gear when he first starts, and that's like whatever. And then he starts coming out in the
colors
jorts
of the state universities that they were at. That was the point.
That's all. And look, that's all cool. But then you get into the 2000s, and he's just dressing in like every fucking shade of the color. Like there's red and purple and orange.
some of those T-shirts iconic.
No, like
Some
he has good T-shirts. I'm not saying that's like you're wrong about that. Like the obvious, like, but it's all the same iteration of like the same like it's a jersey and jorts and like fucking sneakers. That is the basic gist of Cena's entire ordeal. Is jersey, jorts, sneakers. And look, you're right. It is iconic. But it's also very, like, there's not much to the imagination there. Like, it works for him, but, like, it's just, it's not very, you know, it's like if you were doing this with, like, how it is, like, I wouldn't say Austin, because his is, like, very basic. But, like, I don't know, like, fucking Angle? Like at the very gist of it, like you get what Angle's whole thing is. Like Olympic wrestler, he's gonna have like some sort of like the version of the singlet and the USA flag of some sort on it. But it's like this. It's the same thing with Cena. Tana is like fucking. It's gorgeous. It's like a fucking flamingo. Like it's like the colors, the bright colors. It's all matted. It's like almost all of it. And the jacket. The jacket! Oh my goodness, the jacket! It's like, it just screams star when you look at him. And it's like very, like, I'm important, look at me. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna give Cena a 7, and Tana's getting a big fat 10 on this one.
You set Cena up to fail on this one. No. Well, I'm not saying it's your. I'm not saying if it's your intention or not. It's just the fact of the matter here. I'm not even trying to be a dick, but you set Cena up to fail on this one. Let me be clear. Cena started generic, went to the shorts, the shirt, the wristbands for the rest of his career. Had some cool entrance shirts and all that, but with his entrance attire, he never really changed it up. It was the staple look. It was a nice look. Note he had some horrible shirts as well. And some looks which were garbage. I'd give Cena a 7. I think 7's fair for Cena. Just echoing to the highest point. Tana's a 10. The jacket, the style of the attire, the way you knew this guy was the superhero, the most important guy in your company. And the way he did the colours as well. Like, sometimes he differ it up, with the colour changes, if I'm allowed to say it. So how you will remember the early days of the Ace run, the black and pink, to them going to, the iconic red and white, to when then he mixed in, the blue, see? If you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So, yeah, remember the Fantastic Mania gear, see, where he would always wear the black and pink, but do the face paint as well.
Fucking great.
So yeah, Tana's a 10. This ain't even a debate.
Okay.
Tana's a 10.
Again, I wasn't planning on that to happen. But I mean, I do agree with the sentiments. I was going to end up giving Cena a 7 anyway, because I do agree. I mean, like, the gear is iconic. It's very, but that, man, 2010 Cena really fucking makes this dude. Those T-shirts. Oh man, those T-shirts
they're fucking rough.
They're terrible.
Right before that, you got the AWA shirt, sick as shit. The dog tag shirt. You got the hustle, loyalty, and respect shirt. And I mean, I know a lot of Cena thing, it becomes like he's just a T-shirt guy. But like WrestleMania 20, he's got like the one-up arm, wrist guard things, like which was really cool, and wore all the different jerseys. I really liked the stuff he was doing with the retirement run. He had all the different shirts of where he was, and the socks, and the color coordination of the place that he was at. He's always been into, like, wherever I am, my color scheme will represent that, which I think is always good to get the connection to the crowd. Tana does have better gear. Tana does have the jacket, and I love a jacket. But I can't give Tana a 10, because for a guy that flashy,
fucking go.
Where are the tassels?
Oh, you and your damn
Get the
tassels.
fuck out.
I'm gonna give him an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
You should be arrested.
Oh, I'm giving him an 8. Okay, well that one got more violent than I was expecting. The final 2 categories, and I know that it comes a point, so I have to explain here. So the next one is Impact. And now Impact, it's solely about what they did as their careers were going. It's not their overall, like that's what we say for legacy. I explain it the best I can. Impact is their accomplishments as champion, big time feuds, where their placement was at the time on the card while they were still around. So we start with you this time for the impact that they gave as they were currently going at it. Their single, accomplishments.
I think if you're looking at impact for both men, I think you'd be struggling here not to give 9s and 10s for both men. Cena, because we're in the post era of, Rock Austin, you're looking who's going to carry, the brand, for WWE going forward. And he became the main guy, for the next 2 years. For the next 2 decades.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give Cena a 9. Because you did have some others. You had a Batista, you had an Orton. I'm not saying they're on the same level as Cena. You even had a Brock Lesnar, fuck him. For those 2 years. A Kurt Angle, you get where I'm coming from? A Hunter, a CM Punk and Edge. So there was other guys there. Tana's a 10. And you want to know why Tana's a 10? Because even though Tana had a Nakamura, ladies and gentlemen, without Tanahashi, New Japan probably goes bankrupt. I'm not kidding. Without Tanahashi, New Japan probably goes bankrupt. People need to realize the state of shit New Japan was in during the early 2000s. They were shit. They were garbage. And Nokia had run them nearly to death. Even Zaya can attest to this. Tana, with his rise, brought those fuckers back from the grave as I'm losing my voice again. So, yeah, Tana's 10.
I think I'm going to share the exact same sentiments as Hit. They're almost, very much mirrored to each other when it comes to, their career rivals, their rivalries, what they've done, and shit like that. If Cena isn't, if they do end up releasing him in 2002, like they were going to, then you still have Batista, you still have Orton. For a little bit, you still have Lesnar to go off of. I think the company doesn't really take much of a hit. I don't think I don't think Orton or Batista become as big as Cena, but I think they do fairly well in that position. But Hit's right. If Tana's not there, there's a very good chance that New Japan doesn't exist nowadays. They were in a very bad spot, and they needed something or someone. And the fact that they had this someone to take them off the literal verge of death, I think has to give them a little bit more edge over it. So yeah, I'm going to give Tana a 10 and Cena a 9 in this situation.
So, I thought this was easy. I was giving both men a 10. And I think your point to Cena, over Tana, I didn't know, but that's a good point about Tana pretty much saving the company. And you guys are right, there were other guys, but you just made that point. Would they have gotten to where Cena is at? No, but they needed somebody to get to that point. They didn't have anybody at that point. They lost their Rock, their Austin. The company didn't have this next big, who's going to be the big next mainstream star. I don't think it could. Orton? You think Orton on fucking Jimmy Fallon? Hell no. And Batista wasn't there yet. And also remember, Batista was a lot older than, most of the wrestlers who get to that point would have been, They needed a Cena. Because if they didn't have a Cena, they were going to plateau. I'm not saying the company would have died, but I don't think it's where it is now without somebody like
So
him.
we agree on that.
Yeah. So I'm giving him that. I think both men are 10.
I won't argue with 10 for Cena.
But with that, we move into the last category. As I put it, it's their legacy. The best way I make it, you're at their funeral. They have now passed away. This is your eulogy. This thing that sums up Tanahashi and Cena. What is their overarching legacy to the world of professional wrestling if they were to pass? And you also had to give them a grade and a score at their funeral. Zahai, we start with you.
I think this is the one where I give them both 10s. I don't think there are two men that are going to have better legacies in pro wrestling, at least for the modern, our era of pro wrestling, than Tana and Cena, because of just how much they mean to, Cena to American pro wrestling and Tanahashi to Japanese pro wrestling. They're like the guys. They are the ones that helped, when shit was, not doing too well. If things weren't hitting, at least we could turn to Tana to help. If things weren't if TV ratings weren't all the way up, then, we better put fucking Cena at the forefront so we can get that number up. That was their role, and they did it better than pretty much anyone else at that time. It's to the fact that you have to ask, will we ever see that again? We don't know. If it is, it'd probably be a long while. It's gonna be a long time till we see it happen again. But for what it's worth, they did a damn good job. So yeah, I have to give them both a 10 on this category.
Yeah, for me, this is a 10 each. Both men will go down. You'll never hear anyone say really bad words about them. About Cena or Tana. The impact they've had on... yeah. The impact both men have had, towards, wrestling fans, if I'm allowed to say it, growing up in both their countries. It's a 10 each way. These guys are icons.
Yeah, obviously I'm gonna follow in suit. Since that one was a lot easier, I'm gonna tally up the scores. With that said, you two, if you have any final points to make about both men and why, pretty much they are really the mirror image of each other. While I do the tallying.
Well, it's just at the end of the day, I think what really matters most in pro wrestling is your connection with the crowd. I know Adam liked to bring up Tana, when we were discussing his interview. He didn't do very flashy things. And to his point, he's right. Because, look at his most, famous moves. Dragon Screw, Dragon Suplex. Sling Blade and a Frog Splash. Those aren't the... those aren't the flashiest moves people compared to what we see nowadays. But you could also say the same thing about Cena. Look at it as his thing is a fisherman suplex, a proto bomb, 5-knuckle shuffle, STF, fireman's carry. Not very flashy, but the thing that stood out is that these two could get a reaction out of a crowd that no one else could. That was the basic gist of it. Is the moves are secondary when you have as much of a connection as those two did.
Well, I do have the points tallied. The gear thing did make a difference here.
I bet.
But if you took out the gear, I think we're a lot closer. First off, right off the bat, Cena, all three of us scored him a 60 overall.
Damn.
So that gave him 180 overall. But Tana wins by 190 because of the gear category, pretty much. But if you take out the gear category, I think we're pretty much looking at 60 overall. It is one of the closest we've ever had. I didn't add the gear.
Yeah, it was kind of your fault.
I needed a bonus. It was the only one I could think of. But I mean, look, that's not to that's just a fun little.
Absolutely not to discredit. Like it's like they're legends at the end of the day. That was
Yeah.
that was,
It meant to be fun. It wasn't meant to move on in the tournament. So.
And that was the whole thing, is to point out how fucking important how this whole month was to show how important they were to each retrospective company, like Tana and Cena, and how one couldn't have existed without the other, or one wouldn't have been the same without the other.
I don't even think it's just to the companies, because Cena has a huge connection over with the Japanese fans, and here in the States we have the same for Tanahashi.
That's true.
They are wrestlers who were able to break gaps between any language barrier, gender, age. They're timeless. Tony Storm.
The legends.
Hate you. You're gonna say that. But
I don't think we're ever going to have another time that has two wrestlers of this caliber, talent, mirrored career success, and then also to then both be retiring pretty much back to back ever again.
It's insane. But with that being said, that's how Grudge Match ends. Tanahashi will be taking the crown to end Tanahashi month, at least for now. But I feel like they're both winners in our hearts, in the hearts of millions.
And millions.
But with that being said, that's how we're going to end off tonight's podcast. Hey, could you please tell all these people where they can find you over the internet? And before you go, one final message to the people watching at home.
You can find me on social media at HitKid2014. You can find me on YouTube at the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance. Final message is... we've got 2026 upcoming. Let's hope for another great year of wrestling.
Absolutely. All right. I don't even. You said smoke so many times in that fucking name.
Smokoshi Kojima.
Smokoshi Kojima. Is there anything that you'd like to add to help close out tonight's show?
As always, support independent pro wrestling. It is the backbone of our industry. Without them, there is no future. So please go out of your way, find your local and give them some support, because you never know. One of these days, they could be the next Tanahashi or John Cena.
That's correct.
Fingers crossed, we're knowledge.
Well, that's going to do it for us. Next week, we will have producer Josh, who's going to be hosting the show. We'll be taking a look at NXT TakeOver Our Evolution with him.
And who knows what else you guys are going to go through because of him.
Obviously going
to have... He wanted to bring back the segments that we killed.
That's just not going to happen. But he will. I am most certain that he will have some sort of game.
He's got something planned for us.
Jeopardy, knowing him.
But yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. Remember, as always, you can find us on Podbean, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. Right now, we are currently doing our Four Post Massacre Universe Mode, Saturday night's main event, which we are currently on the build to Survivor Series War Games. In fact, that will probably be the next show that comes out once this show is out. So be sure to tune in, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share the videos if you can. It'll do us a whole hell of a lot of good.
Awards are out. Go listen to the awards.
Yeah, go listen to the awards back. We had Hit there, we had producer Josh there, and we had Sean Wolf there. It was a hell of a fun time, and you get to see what awards we yell at each other for.
You get to find out why most likely for the next year, anytime Sean is on, something about Dominic Mysterio will be brought up. If you want Lord of why that's a thing, you all listen to the awards.
But with that being said, that is it. We'll be back next week with producer Josh to talk about more pro wrestling. But until then, have yourselves a wonderful holidays, and we will see you for the last episode of 2025.